Welcome to the Morning Report, a production of FightBackMedia.com, the #1 source of urban conservative information in America.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. I trust that you are well. And I'm looking a little weird because I am trying something new out. I went ahead and bought myself a lifetime license of vMix. I've been trying vMix on and off on free trials for a while, and just yesterday, last night, that night before, I just sort of bit the bullet and said, "Hey, we're just gonna go for it. What the heck? We're just gonna go for it." And now we're trying to see how it works. All right, this is gonna be a short live, short-lived. But I want to talk about the thing that everybody's talking about. The Catholics have a new pope. Yes, you do, Catholics. Congratulations. You have a new pope. I'm looking over here at my thing here. Let's see if everything's cool. It is. Okay. You have a new pope. Catholics, you have a new pope. And that person it's interesting because this is the first time in the history of the Catholic Church that the Pope is from America. We've had, I should say the United States, because we've had popes from South America, but never from Canada or the United States, the other two parts of North America. So this is the first time that the Vatican has chosen an American, and from a place like Chicago, no less, to lead the Catholic Church. Now, people are asking, what message does this send about the Church's future direction? And how will it affect global perception about American Catholicism? This is a major shift from the European-centered tradition of papal leadership. I had to go to the doctor today. I actually went to the orthopedist. And I'm going to be fine. I'm so excited. But the brother of Pope Leo XIV lives here in Florida, and he was hoping that this whole thing would not be politicized. Almost impossible to do in today's society, because everything is politicized. It's not. I mean, do you know something that isn't politicized? Do you? Well, no, of course you don't, because everything's politicized. So it is interesting because Pope Leo XIV comes from the Order of St. Augustine, which is known for deep theological foundation and commitment to doctrine. Now, at the very same time, under the leadership of the former Pope Leo XIV spent a lot of time in Peru, and has dual citizenship, and spent a lot of time dealing with Venezuelan refugees. Yes, people who are leaving Venezuela to go to Peru. So he is a little bit on the pro, I guess, illegal immigration side. I guess you could say that, really. And he had some not negative things to say about BLM. So we're going to find out who this guy is. But again, and I have to say this, and I say this to all my Catholic friends, which is really funny. It's like, so you've got Catholic friends? I do. I say this all the time. I don't have a pope. You have a pope. So I don't have a pope. So I hope that this, yeah, I'm sure it'll all get worked out. It seems to me that the Catholic Church is a top-down organization as it comes to its people. I don't think that that's the way to go, but hey, like almost everything I say, do you anyway? So could Pope Leo XIV signal a reversal in the church's progressive drift over the past decade? I'm not holding out much hope for that. I'm just not holding out much hope for that. I think that, and I heard this a couple of days ago, I think it's wrong to consider these things in that manner. I think it's probably better to consider the papacy as it is now as two camps: a traditionalist camp and a progressive camp. And I think most of it revolve. That's a hard word to say. Revolve around the Latin Mass that a lot of us don't know anything about. The Latin Mass, a lot of us don't know anything about. We don't know anything about. I think a lot of it will revolve around that. As we saw the Latin Mass being sort of pushed to the side with the last Pope, will it be pushed again? Will it be encouraged again? Now, I think I've been to one Mass in my life. One. And I had to learn that the little thing down there wasn't a footstool. So, yeah. So that's not a place for your feet? No, oh, sorry. I didn't know. And it seemed like church gymnastics, because everybody was always standing up and sitting down, like sit to be fit. Will the traditional teaching of the church return? I don't know. And frankly, neither does anyone else. Pope Leo had his first Mass today, and by all accounts, did a pretty good job. Praise team got off the stage in time. No, they don't have a praise team. I'm just playing. So I think that there is a chance that we could expect some more emphasis or renewed emphasis on biblical orthodoxy. Maybe pro-life principles, maybe. I don't know. And the sanctity of the family. Something that conservatives believe that they've been praying for. Hopefully that'll be it. Now, what about the cultural repercussions here in the U.S.? I don't know. With Pope Leo's 14th American roots, will the U.S. media spin it as a victory for progressives or a threat to their narrative? I don't know. Could his leadership energize Christian conservatives here and at home who have felt alienated? No. And I'll tell you why. Because when you say Christian conservatives right now, I don't think you mean Catholics. I don't. Most Christian conservatives that are going to be fired up are people who are Protestant and not Catholic. And I don't think that most Protestants will take their cue from the Pope. Like I said before, I don't have a Pope. So I don't think Christian conservatives take their cue from the Pope. So I don't think that will make any difference. It won't energize anything or anybody. Although we are going to see, or continue to see, this cultural tug of war with Catholics in America either doubling down on their faith or facing renewed attacks from secular elites. But again, I think all of this will, here comes the word, revolve around the continuance, the acceptance, the encouragement of the Latin Mass. That will be the point where everybody turns around each other, I believe, in the Catholic Church. Now, if you think that the Latin Mass is not a big deal in the Catholic Church, just go ahead and comment on the video. I'd love to hear from you. All right, before we go, we're gonna hear from our friends at 7 Weeks Coffee. Now, I haven't explained to you. Maybe you've already looked. I haven't explained to you what 7 Weeks is all about. The founders of 7 Weeks Coffee was looking for something to tie the coffee brand, the name, to its purpose. And a coffee bean is about the size of a baby when the baby's 7 weeks old, and that's where it gets its name from. So, take a quick look at this. Okay. Drink coffee with conviction, because your brew should stand for something. All right. 7 Weeks Coffee. 7weekscoffee.com. Sign up. Go to the description box. Use the link. And remember, 10% of our tithe, 10% of every coffee purchase goes to a pro-life clinic around the country. Again, my name is Willie Lawson. Again, welcome to the Morning Report. Just like always, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.
Welcome to the Morning Report, a production of fightbackmedia.com, the #1 source of urban conservative information in America.